welcome to the program Issues on ABS Radio and Television. I am Eze Omuchi. Modern democracy is usually built on the principle of separation of powers and characterized by shared decision-making between the legislature, executive, and judiciary branches of government. On Issues program today, we shall brainstorm on the role of one of the arms of government, the legislature, their functions, the challenges, and pay particular attention to the achievements of Anambra 8 Assembly to mark its 1 year anniversary. I am Eze Onwuji, and in the house to brainstorm and tell us their functions and of course their challenges as we read out, we have the Right Honorable Sir Ejike Okechukwu Ogunuzo Ogunoko member representing Anocha to the Anambra State House of Assembly. He's also a House Committee Chairman, on Finance and Appropriation.
Thank you.
Kaina Batakwa Honorable Anayo Opaleke Ogunuzo, member representing Agwata 1, Anambra State House of Assembly, and of course, House Committee Chairman on Education, Aina and Nabatage Honorable Anayo Opaleke na ABS.
Dalorin, thank you for your
Adema, can you Right Honorable Saiji Okechukwu the functions of the legislature, of course, that's the mandate.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, the functions of a legislature or legislators, as the case may be, there are three major roles that we play, and they are well captured in the Constitution. Number one is the role of representation, and what it implies is that the people will elect you to go and represent them, be their mouth, be their eyes, and be them in government. Then number two is lawmaking. It is the legislative arm of government is the only arm of government that is saddled with the responsibility of making laws, repealing the existing laws or amending them, as the case may be. Then finally, the function of oversight, as enshrined in Section 128 and 129 of the 1999 Constitution, where the legislature, the State House of Assembly, are given the mandate to oversight all those MDAs, that is ministries, departments, and agencies of government within their legislative competence. And what does that imply? It implies that any MDA or any parastatal of government that derives its power from the laws made by the State Assembly, or derives its funding from the laws or the budget made by the State Assembly, that State Assembly has the powers to oversight in order to unravel incompetence, corruption, etc., as it concerns those funds appropriated to it by that assembly. So these are the three major functions.
Oversight function or kisi for the 8th Assembly on Mamiakita.
Well, thank you, Benji. The 8th Assembly has been challenging, just like every other parties. Likewise, yours is challenging. Ours is more challenging because we are one of the, I'd say one of the the strongest arm in government. And ours is just like my senior colleague emphasized, ours is just making laws, representation and oversight. And then we'll have a lot of challenges in drafting laws, moving and adopting motions, representation and oversight. just like you said. These are the primary functions of the legislature. And we have challenges in doing these primary legislative functions. Just like in our lawmaking, that is legislation. Kudos to Mr. Governor, who has really graciously signed about 11 bills of the assembly. Before now, permit me to say, in the previous assembly, you find it very, very difficult for a governor to assent a private member bill. But in this dispensation, in this our 8th assembly, Mr. Governor, in his wisdom, has signed in fact, Mr. Governor has signed 11.
Up to 11.
And then up to 5, it's private member bill. It's unprecedented. So these are the challenges, legislators, because we are discussing legislation. It's not particular to Anambra State. That has always been a problem, a challenge, because the executive arm and legislative arm, there's always positive conflict between the between the legislature and the executive arm. But here in Anambra State, I think Anambra has never had it so good like this. So we're having a robust relationship with the executive arm. So yet we have challenges of the bills, the oversight, and all whatnot. Because executive compliance has always been a challenge too. Executive here is not just the governor. It's both the commissioners, the chairman of various MPAs. At times, whenever they see legislators performing their statutory obligation, that is oversight, they felt threatened. And then the function of the legislature are very simple. Just evaluate the implementation and administration of those laws being passed by the legislative arm. So that's our function. And we find it difficult. We find it difficult. When we come to evaluate, to appraise their performance, they find it very difficult. At times, they felt they were witch-hunting them. And that's a very big challenge. And you know what it means? The principle and anonymity, which is a principle essential element of civil service, is also a challenge to us. Because when you get to a particular MDA, trying to get the facts to evaluate the performance of the MDAs, the PAMSEC, the director, will find it very difficult to unveil.
They don't find it funny when you invite them.
At all, they don't.
The program is issues on MBS radio and television. Today we are discussing the role of the legislature in democracy. Today we are in the house with Right Honorable Sir Ejiko Okechukwu Ogwefunukefi, member representing Anocha to the Anambra State House of Assembly, and of course House Committee Chairman on Finance and Appropriation, and also Honorable Anayo Aleke Ogunuzo, member representing Agwata 1, Anambra State House of Assembly, House Committee Chairman on Education. A lot of people think and believe now in the house now they know now. Let's get the impression.
Ogunuzo na-ekwu okwu challenges. Eche na onye bụ ebe izi ọka aka maka na onwe ọya ndị nọ na house na aya all this erroneous idea na kedu ife ọrụ. Ọ bụrụ na ife dị ka na mba ofesi, ife a na-ajụ onye nọ n'ụlọ omebe iwu one ka ọ kwadoro, motion one ka ọ kwadoro. Kedu nke ọ na-ejekwari eso anọ nzukọ a, ọ na-anọchitekwa anya ndị afọ, ọ na-ekwuchitekwarụ ndị afọ ọ na-eji ikwuchite ọrụ fa ka o ruo nnọọ o nwere ike anaghị emesitiri o jegwarụ ma mfe ọ nọgide ebe ahụ emechaa mbọsị ọ natara ekwuo oli na ndị ahụ ọ na-anọchi anya anaghị ebesighị olu ọ nọghọrụ ka okwu na aja akwa ebe ndị bịa eweruzie ndị bịa wee tụọ ụkwụ. So ibe kacha mkpa bụ na ekere ọrụ eke Nke izizi bụ na ife bụ democracy, the symbol of democracy bụ legislature. Where there is no democracy, executive and the judiciary can be in existence. The only thing that be whoop among those democracy is legislation. Maka no decree, abahana nkozo ni, obahana decree na umbongo ndi ozo. Hey man, once it comes to lawmaking, representation, that is the people's voice being heard through their representative. In democracy. So now, you will join the house and a ruzo, and a walk for an army. I will say, I'm back. My father will hit their name. In case is a book. It will the executive arm of government. All have but to implement the law. It will legislature. All have to make the law. Then will the judiciary all have to interpret the law made by the legislature. Take it, for example, budget of the state, but the executive that formulate the budget, but they cannot implement it without sending it to the House of Assembly. The budget will consist of the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. MSCI was in the State House of Assembly. In the State House of Assembly, where on the afternoon, could I get go the area, do every failure, but after do a fire do. I did not go to a proposal, engage to get a look easy. But can ask no any echo, it will mark on quite a area, and then I was supposed to, but I saw you. Eh, I don't know what can get the look easy where you want to get the also. Then the house which is the fact, it will pass here that budget. It will generally govern or sign the area of law for implementation. Each budget will go. So governor called all the MDAs effort to do various sums of money. Governor called because the primary thing in economics, we know scarce resources. Human needs are insatiable, but resources are limited. And so when resources are limited, what goes in there when you can make budget 400 billion? Or will they go better than the state now, but 200 billion?
Was that scale of preference?
All governor called this a real scale of preference. Ndioga and Ndioga happen. Oh, where will be? Minister nka ngba kedu koda ngba ego na aka vote loan ngba tena akwụkwọ ka e wee release area ahụ. Mana ọ ga-afọ anyị mechara budget ka ọlụ anyị na spend ego aha anyị mere approve unless no ego nke vote for House of Assembly iji wee fụ na house na arụ ọnụ ọfụma. O nwekwara ike vote House of Assembly 100 million na ahụ. Or blue house you get yeah, about 20 million. But the resources are still scarce. You know the challenges. Challenges here will be low, but we say it got through public hearing. But we cannot finance it. And the government is running a very limited economy. So now that's now book on Mufiaba okay better than Kama, but we walk. So the the House of Assembly, the legislative arm of government, we don't execute capital projects. All we do is to make laws, represent the people and the oversight. Because you cannot spend and still oversight yourself. You don't spend and oversight yourself. So what it means is that you've been a referee in the football match that we are playing. It doesn't work. Oh, you mean?
I got oversight function. Kedu role na oversight function sir?
Imana an oversight. The foundation for development. Makana nwanne nwoke bụ taa ọ bụrụ na anaghị eme oversight function enweghị otu ị ga-esi ga ama ma iwu niile aha ndị ụlọ omebe iwu mere
ma na-etikwe n'ọrụ ma ego niile ahụ ekwuru na a eji rụọ ụzọ rụọ akwụkwọ rụọ ihe niile dị iche tinye mmiri na ihe ndị ọzọ all through oversight ka a ga-eji mee appraise the executive arm wee kwuo na ihe niile ahụ anyị kwuru ọ ya bụ mgbe m kwuru n'ọnwa bụ implementation and administration of law. Law a na-ekwu bụ iwu aha ndị otu anyị mere ma ndị executive bụ ndị ọ bụ ọrụ ha itinye ihe n'ọrụ anyị nwawa ikwu ekwu hazicha ka ọ ya adị. Ndị executive bụ ndị ga-achịkọta ihe niile aha anyị mere tinye ya n'ọrụ. So oversight aha bụ ihe aha ndị oyibo na-akpọ the principle of checks and balancing. Ọ ka anyị jee mara ma ihe ndị aha niile anyị kwuru na ekwuru na a ga-eme na ọ dịkwa na maka na enwere ihe a na-akpọ misappropriation. Enwere ka ị ga-esi ma ihe bụ misappropriation ma ọ bụrụ na ije hụ oversight, because just like my senior colleague kwuru na enwere economic codes. Ọ bụrụ na ije oversight ịmara ma ndị a overspend go their na ma ha overspend go their code, their limit code ọbụla nwere limit. Ọ true oversight ka ị ga-eji ga ama na ekwuru na ya arụ ụzọ with 1 naira emechaa were 1 naira 50 kobo were rụọ ụzọ. Ọ ya bụ misappropriate, ọ ya bụ na overspend go ihe ndị house mere ga-approve. However, ọ bụrụgodị na ị chọrọ ispend ya, tupu ispend ya ị ga-abịa n'ụlọ omebe iwu nye gị wetinye na gọọmenti ndị house wee mere ya approve, maka na ego ọbụla executive arm ga-espend ndị otu anyị ga-abụrụ ndị ga-asị ha kwadoro ya. So oversight na-enyere anyị aka, nyere obodo aka, nyere ndị mmadụ aka. Ọ bụghị anyị maka anyị na-emere, maka na anyị nwa bụ the 30 members of the assembly bụ the 30 constituencies ka ha na-represent. So ihe ọ pụtara bụ na anyị na-ekwuru ndị otu anyị, ụmụnne anyị ndị na-eme dị iche iche, ndị na-ege ntị ugbu a anyị na-eme this program wee na-asị na ekwuru na anyị arụ ụzọ na arụkwa ya ka ọ hapụ iwe ego na anyị arụ ụzọ were rụọ mmiri ịhụ na ọkụrụ. So anyị nwa bụ ihe oversight na-eme wee dịkwa sure na onye atụrụ na aghọrọ, maka na ọ bụrụ na ekwusie na anyị arụ ihe ịga n'obodo na steeti dị iche iche na-abụrụ steeti anyị taa, ị ga-afụ na ọ ga-abụ asị na anyị arụ ụzọ ekwuo na arụrụ ya, mana ị ga n'akwụkwọ arụrụ ya n'akwụkwọ mana ịpụta na ire arụrụ ya. So na oversight aha ọ ya bụ ihe mere nji wee kwuo mgbe anyị bidoro emume a wee sị na the most important arm bụ legislature. Anyị nwa bụ ndị kasịnụ, maka na anyị nwa ga-agwa ndị mmadụ because anyị nwa ọha ihe mgbalie bụ legislatures na mkpụrụ Igbo ihe ọ pụtara ọha olu ndị mmadụ ọ ya bụ House of Assembly. So anyị jee ya wee kwuo na biko onye isi ala na ihe ekwuru na anyị arụ na arụbeghị ya, gịnị mere ejibeghị ya? Mana ka o si dị now, anyị na-ekele ile anya na Anambra oversight function na-aga, maka na nwanne anyị nwoke n'ebe a bụ ya dị charge ihe a na-akpọ finance and appropriation. So painstakingly ọ na-enwe nke ọhụrụ nke ahụ ya sị mba nke ahụ ga-ewepụ ya tinye na nke a ewepụ ya tinye, ihe a bụ ihe a na-arụ and e mere ihe karịrị otu ọnwa ewe mesie ya wee hụ na nke ihe kwuru na na ọ ga-adị na and oke na ọrụ ndị omebe iwu ime sure na-aga na-ajụ ese abịa na education like more on education ngakwu na ihe niile a na-ekwu na anyị edezisi renovate schools na our various constituencies and like very soon we'll be embarking on our usual and normal oversight function na the ongoing project of renovation of schools in Anambra State. I ga-aga ka anyị ma ọbụkwa onye a na-atụrụ na otu aka ọ na-emecha ọzọ.
Right Honorable Ejike Okechukwu bụ House Committee Chairman on Education na so enweghị ka o si gbagwoju onye anyị eji.
He was my predecessor.
Ka anyị were ọla ntịntị oge anyị nwere 11 bills na 1 year. Na-esu aka n'obi na ọ na-arụ n'Igbo agụ.
Ọ bụrụ dị 11 bills. Ọ bụrụ 11. We have about 21 bills. N'ihe a na-agba gị bụ nke gọvanọ sign bụ 11. O nwere bills kind of at various stages. Now, Governor signed the child and signed it was Tuesday. That same Tuesday, Kai passed the Anambra State Environmental Bill. And that bill, Omo Bible or Kahanivu, Omo Dictionary or Kahanivu, I emailed for 3 months, non-stop, 2 times a week, 6 months.
November.
From November, I made the bill, we passed because to hold the volume, you must go through it clause by clause, from page 1 to page 4,000 and odd. So it is a tedious job when you hear now pass the bill.
Ime bill go for ya law implementation.
Chelu kaibia. Oh, only able to make laws. And like my colleague said, there were 11 bills Governor signed recently. Out of that 11, 5 were private member bills, 6 were executive bills, almost 50-50, almost. Then there were others like my own bill. And one of my own bills on the side that I signed. One came like a boy, known as committee stage now. A teacher actually had a pass into law. Other 2 stages, the final stage called. And on the draft stage, environmental health bill, e-governance bill. These are bills. On the one has his own. Mandino in the processes. And every other members of the State of Assembly. So the issue, our objective was to make laws. And we are making laws, and it is about 21 bills in 1 year. It is on the average of 2 bills in a month. And the bills are about less than 100 pages. You will hear over 3 readings. You will hear heated debates. Where to wire clause by clause the committee of the whole house. Where panel beat, I don't see any no when make job do not share. We don't see you way, you way below. Come on, more than woman, come on, than woman. We go to an average of 2. What you need to do, or what Indiana needs to do, is to make research. It is public document. It is in the public grade. You can go to the internet and search, Google it. Other states, which other states had done better? Which other states had even done up to 15 bills in the last 1 year? But we did 21 and still counting.
Yes, I don't know how to say that man extending in the Abatawa on the corner.
Well, then, independence when the rises of the tropical regions are brought more using anyway. Man, even the Kubona on record now. I got one guys, I can't remember, I'm attract a lot of projects, cutting across road construction, school renovation, and new buildings, toilets, drilling of boreholes, and all whatnot. For want of time, I don't want to. All litany of projects by the Legislature of God, and then that got one because Makana have proper meeting all staying and their support will be able to achieve all these things I may achieve. And then during the recruitment by the special grace of God, we facilitated the buy make sure that the buy is me greater na the cumulative 8,115 teachers Mr. Governor Negoro came over 2 years ago, which is unprecedented. So I may in the I personally, and then by the Spirit of God too, we are rolling out our Asia program in a few weeks' time, and then we will have empowered a lot of people like those the advisory or not, I don't want to say or non-government, the athletes, the maybe one of my friends, and not my parents, because we don't want to putting a program and agenda for my friend. My container and everything. So all we do is I buy in a house, just see when I am or return back to business. Go there all the things we need. Then last year by the special grace of God too, we did mama good. So all we did was I just see the total food stuff, I get into mad. I had a so job at least every hundreds of people benefiting from that.
So I think with this and others, we're just starting.
Yes.
The-
Once in a
the-
while,
the- the-
once in a while, we
the-
bring you here to come and
Thank
your
you, thank you.
podcast. And so, thank you very much for being a part of today's program. We've been in the house with Right Honorable Sir Ejiko Kechukwu, member representing Anocha to Anambra State House of Assembly, House Committee Chairman on Finance and Appropriation, and of course, Honorable Anayo Faleke, member representing Agwata 1, House Committee Chairman on Education. Ogbuefi Mukefi, Ogbunukon Ogbunuz, anyị na-ekele unu, daalụ maka ndị nọrọ anyị. Daalụ.
Yes. Now, on behalf of everybody in the house, and of course, my producer Don Onyenji, I am Eze Onwoji. See you again, and bye for now.